won! Yeah! Oh my goodness me! Can you believe it? We are live to the world on the internet. It's Sunday, and first of all, can I just say thank you so much for letting us onto your tablet, onto your TV, onto your device, wherever you're watching us on this beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Jonny.
And as always on O2's Inside Line, in the heartbeat of the England rugby team, we're in the Mitsubishi Motors Performance Centre. As always, we have George Ford, everyone.
Fordy!
Yes! And Jonny May! Yes!
Jonny!
Yes. That's a bit too loud for a Sunday morning, so I apologise. Let's kind of bring the boil down to a simmer. And first of all, we should congratulate you, George, on your 50th cap for England. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. As a professional athlete, do those things mean something to you? 50 caps for England. How do you reflect on that?
No, yeah, a milestone like that is a proud day for me and my family. Obviously, when the game kicked off yesterday, it was all about winning. Of course, it was. But obviously the build-up in the week and just chatting to the family and all the support they've given me throughout my career, that was probably the most special moment about it all.
And we do have a lot of kids watching, and it's important, isn't it, that the whole family take on board your mission to be successful as a professional sportsman, because it's a team effort, isn't it, not just with your fellow colleagues like Jonny, but also at home as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, and obviously like growing up as a kid, playing amateur rugby and even starting from that level really, the support they've given me, obviously my mum, dad and my two brothers, and my girlfriend as well, so...
Thank God you mentioned Jess, mate.
Yeah.
He would have got in serious trouble otherwise.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah, no, obviously they've been there through thick and thin and given me this opportunity that I've had today.
Brilliant, well, congratulations. And you received a silver cap instead of the cloth blue cap, an actual kind of trophy.
Yeah, we had a dinner last night after the game, so that was a nice moment as well. A little silver cap that said 50 caps on it, so... it'd be a nice thing to take home and look back on in my career.
One more time, everyone. Come on, mate. 50 caps for England. Awesome. Jonny, you two are really good friends. You used to live together. You must be proud for your mate George Ford on his 50th cap.
It's a bit awkward speaking nicely about him, but...
Not used to that, are you?
No, I'm going to say something nice, so don't look at me. Yeah. No, the way he goes about it, do you know what I mean? I haven't met anybody as dedicated as him, really, and... for him, I think he'll look back on that in years to come, but for him it was just a case of doing what he does every week really and going out there and giving it his best like he does every week, and he won't dwell on it. He's probably already thinking about what he needs to do for next week, so it's nice to be able to work with somebody like him every day.
Nice, that's lovely.
Nice,
Yeah,
I can't even look at him.
I'm surprised that you were so giving and so joyous in your words, because before we started, George turned around to him and said, because we have a monitor in front of us so we can see what we're actually doing, and George turned around to him and said, look at the size of your nose.
Yeah.
But you two have a great fondness for each other.
Did we have to go there again?
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But what was it like, you two living together?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, Jonny was at Gloucester, and then within like 24 hours, he was a Leicester player. He had nowhere to live, so he turned up at my front door with his bags. I took him in for 3 weeks, was it?
I can't remember. It lasted shorter than it was meant to.
Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs, put it that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you leave the dishwasher door open? Are you the kind of guy who leaves wet towels on the bed?
I was really clean, but he's next level clean.
Oh, really?
How many hoovers do you have, mate?
No, that wasn't the problem. The problem was.
Are you kind of OCD when it comes to cleaning?
No, say you are.
A little bit,
yeah.
But the cleanliness wasn't so much the problem. It was. I actually had my mum and dad were living with me for a while as well, because their house. Long story, but anyway, we come home from training and within probably 2 minutes, Jonny would be lying on my sofa, sprawled out everywhere. He said he used to do it. Sprawl out
shoes
like
on or shoes off?
Off.
Okay, off. That's fine.
You have to take the shoes off before you go into George's house.
Right. This is a real insight. This is the actual inside line. This is what this podcast and what this.
You can. He reckons I had my hands down my pants and his mum walked in the front room.
Yeah, she did.
No. But
Well, if you've got an itch, it has to be served.
Yeah.
You have to scratch.
But things like that, I thought this can't go on for much longer.
No.
So
we spent enough time together, you see. So that was probably that's what we realised was the tipping point, living together as well.
And then he bought an house 5 minutes away from me, from
I never lived in it.
in between me and training, so I could pick him up every day and take
Oh,
him.
that, my friend.
Very smart. Isn't
He
it?
drives me. He's
good
a
idea.
brilliant driver.
I like that. I like that.
Brilliant driver.
Now, I used to be a caretaker. All right, so there's a good test that you can do, and this is for everyone at home as well. When you go visiting your relatives, as you do on a Sunday, right, you can test the cleanliness of their house just by doing this. Very, very simple, okay? Lick the finger, and then stand with your hand on the top of their door, any door, and just slowly drag your damp finger across the top of the door, and look at how much garbage is left on your finger. Because a real perfectionist, when it comes to cleaning, always cleans the tops of the doors.
Yeah.
You knew that anyway, though, didn't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, there you do.
Yeah. I
Take
will
that.
do now.
Next level. Next level.
That is next level. Yeah.
So let's talk about yesterday's game. Jonny, obviously you watched it from the stands with the guys. What did you think? How would you summarise that game?
No, it was a proper test, wasn't it? The first.
It was different, weren't it?
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't always go to plan. I think sometimes scoring an early try can go against you in some ways, doesn't it? You think, oh, here we go, kind of thing, and then they throw everything at you and it doesn't go to plan. But what was really impressive was the way we came in at half time and put it right in the second half, because it was a tough game, and there's a lot of learning to be taken from it. A lot of guys got tried in different positions. It was a team that probably hasn't practiced that much together. People at home, we actually had a shorter week deliberately to prepare us for the World Cup. So it was everything about the week and the game was a big test. I think we came through it well in the end.
Being the boss, the skipper, what did you say at half time? Did you say anything? Because at full time I saw that you said it was a mental thing.
Yeah.
You said that our mental resilience wasn't right. Is that a true assessment, looking back?
Yeah, so it was our attitude, I think.
Yeah. You were very honest, by the way,
Yeah.
in your post-game interview. I
Yeah,
thought,
no, well, the first question we asked at half time was that good enough from an attitude point of view, and it wasn't. So, sorry, we had to have a bit of a change in attitude, just have a bit more life, a bit more energy about us, especially in defence, because obviously Japan were dictating to us.
Yeah, they were fast, they were quick, weren't they?
Fair play to them, they played a brilliant game, so just glad we could turn it around in the end.
Yeah, well done. A victory in the end, which is great. We've got to keep this momentum going because we've got a big game, obviously, at the weekend against Australia, who haven't beaten us for a while. We'll talk about that when we get into the gym. We've got some fans' questions. Okay, this is from Rachel Stoughton. She says, do you have a pre-match ritual or any lucky charms? George?
No, not really.
No? Jonny?
No.
I put my gum shield in my left boot, and that's where I know it goes, and that's makes me
What?
feel.
You put your gum shield
Oh,
in
pack
your
it,
left...
that's when I pack
my
you
kit, when I
it,
pack
okay.
my kit bag, it's
Yeah.
not like I don't play with my gum shield in my left boot. I put it in my mouth. But
Why
yeah,
didn't you
when
tell
I'm
them what you had in your sock last week?
no, that's just stay between us, and we're not to go there. Don't you dare.
No, don't
No,
stop,
no, don't you
It's
dare.
too early in the morning.
Yeah,
and the children watching.
Yeah, and so when I pack my kit bag, I put my gum shield in my left boot.
Right, okay, very good. Here's a good one from Matt Jowett. Why is bread square when sandwich meat is round? Never thought about that. You don't have to answer it, but that's a good trivia question.
He's buying very low quality sandwich meat, isn't he? If it's round,
Yeah.
I'd suggest that he.
What do you buy?
Okay.
What do you buy?
He just buys cold cuts.
No, what you should do
straight
is
off.
you should buy the meat in a whole chicken, a nice piece of ham, cook it whole, and then you can slice it perfectly yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you do it that way, you probably won't get really neat shapes.
Yeah.
And then you can just make your sandwich
Yeah.
accordingly to
Do you know
how your
what-
meat
do you know
comes
what,
off.
Jonny? Right.
Yeah.
Forget what he said. You can live with me any day of the week. All right, we have a spare room, and if you're a bit, if ever you need somewhere to come and crash,
Yeah.
come and crash with me.
I went above and beyond to try and please him, but it was never good enough.
Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Good answer. Josh Leonard wants to know, does it look different on the pitch than on TV? Obviously, because you get a different perspective, but do you get a sense of, is there more atmosphere when you're playing, John?
Yeah, no, we always discuss this. Well, yeah, being on the pitch to even being on the bench, like watching it is completely different. Completely different. So you can see everything when you're on the bench or in the stand. You see everything. You think, why is he not kicking the ball there, or why is he not passing the ball there? And then you're on the pitch, and it's all happening so quickly.
Yeah. Do you practice your kind of broader scope of vision? Are there any techniques that you can practice for that to get a whole sense of what's going on the field?
I think it's just, sorry George,
Yeah.
just practicing game scenario, isn't it? It is a decision-making game. So the more you can train in game scenario, under pressure and under fatigue, that's what gets you ready for the big games.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Josh. Good question. Andy Dyatt Jr. wants to know, Jonny, who are the fastest wingers you've played against?
I played against Habana. He's pretty fast.
He was lightning.
Who else? We've got a couple of quick guys at Tigers at the moment, Jonah Holmes and Jordan Oller.
Is there anyone on a track who's faster than you?
Probably.
George, when you were living together, did you get in back garden, have a sprint
no,
session?
to be fair, no. Whenever we've done speed anyway, Johnny's always been the one who's ran the quickest.
Who's fastest,
Always.
You or Elliot Daly?
Johnny. He won't answer himself, yeah.
No,
it's a close one. There's a few, like Elliot, Johnny, Anthony Watson, JJ when he's here. Who else?
No, we've got lots of quick guys, yeah.
We've got some quick guys out. It's looking good for the future, let's be honest. It's looking good in the future. Right, let's go. We've got a few people who are out and about on a Sunday morning, so let's get questions from this person. Who are you and where are you from?
Hello, my name's John. I'd like to ask George Ford, I know you're lightning quick, but do you think you could take Jonny over 20, 30 metres?
Just discussed that. Over 20, 30 metres?
20, 30 metres.
You're actually quite good off the block, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably say the start's better.
Do you know what? Sometimes when we're doing speed grids or whatever, and we're lining up on the line like that, he can react when they say go. He always does react quicker to the noise than me. But
you catch me up by.
Catch him up.
You did a lot of speed work in America in the off season, didn't you?
Yeah. So I went over there in the off season, just trying to get better.
Did you do a lot of ladder drills?
Yeah.
I'm good at them. Good footwork. Yeah. Well done. Andy Hayes wants to know: have you? Oh, this is a good question. Be honest with us. Have you ever missed a team bus?
No.
No. Good.
Have you?
No.
All right. Okay. Let's go to another question from someone else out and about. Who are you? Where are you from?
Morning, it's Rich here in Southsea. I'm just wondering if Jonny had a full English this morning, what are his must-haves?
Are you allowed a full English breakfast?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a dilemma for me this morning. Obviously not playing yesterday, and we have food up in the restaurant today, and it's a bit of a treat for the boys, and there is a full English on offer. But I did have a couple of fried eggs and a couple of hash browns, but it didn't taste quite as good because you didn't play the day before. But you know what, I just got it in me.
What, are you a full English type of person, George? Being from Oldham, surely. Come on, being brought up.
Yeah, I was, and then I went and lived in Bath for 4 years. But
right. So what are you now? Smashed avocado,
yeah, that's right.
poached egg with chili flakes and lime. Yeah.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next level. Next level. Raising it up. We like that. Okay. Very good. Connor Whelan wants to know what have we done. Oh, this is a good question. What have we done well this November, and what do we need to improve on? Defence has been awesome so far, right?
Yeah, defence has been good. Defence has been good. We haven't let many tries and many points in it all, really. So that, from that point of view, that's good. We probably need to improve looking after the ball a bit better and holding the ball to make sure we can build pressure to score points.
Right, nice. Johnny?
No, that's good.
Yep, very good. Okay, let's go live now. We're going to go to Molly at Havant Rugby Club. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Good, thanks.
Okay, what's your question?
My question's for George. How did it feel captaining your country on your 50th cap?
Oh, how did it feel capturing your country on your 50th cap? Awesome. Thank you, Molly.
Yeah, thanks, Molly. Oh, it was such a special moment. Yeah, obviously to be at your 50th cap, but also to captain your country is. It's funny how it all worked out, really. But for it to happen on the same day was awesome, and to lead a great group of lads behind us and get the win made it even more special. So
nice, good for you. And Molly is at a rugby festival right now. There's more than 1,000 kids playing rugby. Enjoy today, Molly.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Molly.
Thanks, Molly.
Molly, just turn your camera around and show everyone playing rugby. I hope to goodness they are playing rugby. There you go.
Hey,
awesome. That's Havant Rugby Club live.
Nice day.
They got They got a few hundred kids playing rugby today, which is great to see on a beautiful, crisp, fresh Sunday morning. So we'll just have one more question. What's the best moment of any Test match you've played so far? George, I think we've covered your 50th cap, surely. Victory against Japan.
yeah, that'd be up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Johnny.
Come on, I know yours, mate.
Go on, mate.
Johnny's try against New Zealand 4 years ago.
Yeah.
There's not many tries like that.
No,
there's
not. And it's always that, and you've gone for the Illuminous boots in this Quilter International Series, which we like, which means we can keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
Because the lads with the skull caps on, visually you know who they are. We know who you are because you've got those hideous trainers on.
Yeah, I wear number 11.
Yeah, we know that as well. Yeah. You will never beat Jonny May in a game of banter. It's as simple as that. He's an absolute joy to be with. Right, let's go in the gym. We're going to play Bin It to Win It. This is where we test your hand-eye coordination. It's very simple. It's a new game that we've got for the Quilter Internationals. We've got a series of actual bins with some mini basketballs. The person, obviously, who scores the most points with their 5 balls wins. However, the last ball is a rugby ball, which is worth double points. And we have Verity from the RFU who's going to do the scoring.
Johnny's had a lot of practice on this.
He has had a lot of practice, I
Sounds like
noticed.
an excuse.
Who's going to go first?
Would you like to
I'll
go
go
first?
first, yeah.
Okay,
All right, so George, you go first.
Are you going to go for that one?
Highest score at the moment is Jack Noel with 4,000 points.
Johnny.
That's very good.
It is very good. 4,000 points.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep,
Just
off
watch
you
your
go.
foot fault there, mate.
Oh, you went overarm.
Oh, unlucky, mate.
Why, what's everyone doing?
Everyone's
well
doing
done.
the old French petanque thing.
That's 1,000 points.
Oh!
2,000.
2,000. All right, now this is worth double.
Oh, no way.
Oh, all right, 2,000, 2,000, that's all right. It's put you in second place underneath Jack Noel.
World's 500.
Yeah.
Unlucky,
Come on,
mate. Just
Johnny.
a bit more on it.
Was he allowed to stand there? I behaved properly when
He's
you
the
had thrown
captain,
the
he can do
balls.
what he wants.
Unlucky. Just a bit more, bud.
It's like flipping Happy Gilmore, isn't it? He's coughed me out. This is going to be very embarrassing.
All right, 1,000. So this is worth double. This is worth double. You got
So
the
this would
opportunity
take the point-
for £3,000. £3,000.
No,
I wish it was.
£3,000.
I wish it was. For 3,000 points, if you get this in the bin, and you'll beat obviously George.
Ah,
Oh, unlucky.
unlucky,
You
mate.
got 1,000.
1,000.
1,000.
It's better than no points,
Never
isn't
mind.
it?
All right, come on in. Come on in. Let's
going?
talk about.
No.
Do you want to go?
I don't.
I'll give you 2 shots for double points on each one. So you can get 4. That's a foot fault.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, it came out! Johnny, I can't believe it. All right, so we've got Australia at the weekend. We've beaten them several times in the past 2-3 years. But they are, as always, the Australians, damn good rugby side. Johnny, what have we got to do to beat them?
Yeah, we'll have to, like you said, our defence has been pretty good so far, but, you know, Australia they've got great athletes and talented, dangerous players across their team, so defence is going to have to be big, and then, like George says, we'll want to fire some shots as well, so making sure we look after the ball and execute when the time comes.
Squad-wise, we've got some great young players coming through. I mean, Joe, yesterday, Big Joe, scored an awesome try, and he's an absolute unit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is,
Good
yeah.
grief, he was running over people for fun. But Australia, do you think Eddie will go back to his blueprint of kind of starters?
Yeah, we're not sure. We usually find that out next early part of next week. But
Do you have a sit-down meeting and he discusses a squad, or is it just a rumour mill? How do you find out?
No, you will. Yeah, if you're either on the bench or you're not involved, you'll have a chat with Eddie. But like Eddie, he'll always pick a team to win a test match that week, so it changes a fair amount. So whatever your role is, starter or finisher or even not involved, you've got a part to play.
All right, look forward to it. Gentlemen, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Johnny, you're a joy.
Cheers, mate.
George,
Thank you very
congratulations
much.
again.
Thank
50
you.
caps for England. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you keep in touch with O2 Inside Line, all the channels. There's a load going on this week. It's the last game of the Quilter Internationals, and we really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks very much. Have a great Sunday.
Well done, guys. Well done. Thank you.